Crypto has been pretty bullish today, but some tokens are more bullish than others. The Trump token and the Mantra token OM is outperforming. Now the question is why? Let's have a look at the on-chain metrics, the data most people are not considering. Let's try to figure out what's driving this recovery and how much longer Trump could go up from here. We are now back above $20. We are up almost 20% today, and we're coming from a bottom of below $15. Now Trump is still the largest trending token on Solana when looking at the liquidity pool size. So when looking at how much capital is actually locked up in the token on chain. It's at number one with 449 million. Number two is the Melania token, which isn't doing that well today. At one point, Trump was above $70. Since then, we went down by more than 70%. But the question is, can we potentially recover? Now, crypto is all about being early. And I made a video on the official Trump token 30 days ago. And that was just after it launched, where it was still at $13. So if you want to be early next time on various meme coins, feel free to subscribe over here. I publish videos regularly. Now there's almost 1 billion Trump tokens in total. Not all of those tokens are directly accessible because there is an unlock schedule. I'm sure if you own the Trump token, you've seen the tokenomics. Currently, there are 641,000 holders on chain. Now, not all of those holders are created equal. We're going to look at the small retail investor versus the whale investors here. And we do this by counting the wallets based on minimum holding thresholds. So on the left side, we see the number of wallets that hold Trump that have any amount of token of Trump. Now that can be 0.0001 token. It can be just a few cents of the token. And there are actually quite a few wallets like this. Those are mainly automated trading bots, arbitrage bots. Once we just introduce a threshold of one token, so roughly $20 of the token, then the number of wallets goes from 642,000 to only 336,000. So the number of wallets is almost cut in half. Once we go another 10x from here, so some kind of capital that resembles a bit of pocket change, so 10 tokens, $200, then we are only at 112,000 wallets. So a bit over 1/6 of the wallets that hold the Trump token on chain have more than $200 of the token. Now the holder trend across those wallet sizes is pretty much all the same. At the first 1 to 2 days, we saw a lot of accumulation. Afterwards, the number of wallets tends to go down. People tend to cut their losses. But it seems like that is now slowing down. It looks like the selling has succeeded. Nobody is selling anymore. But let's look at the wallets that matter a bit more. So now on the left side, we've got the number of wallets that have at least 100 Trump tokens. So that's now $2,000 worth of the token. That's already something that can move the price a little bit, but just have a look at this. There's only 17,000 such holders. Once we go into the really serious money, right, 1,000 tokens or $20,000 worth of the token, there's only 2,400 such wallets. And when we then get into investment territory, right, the millionaires and multimillionaires that can put in 200K in a single token, there's only 407 such wallets. There were not too many smart people that got burnt with the Trump token, right? The smart people, the big wallets, they all bought on the first day. The smaller wallets, they bought on the first and on the second day. Here, have a look at this. The number of whales, right, with 10,000 tokens, that peaked on the first day, on the 18th of January. But the number of smaller wallets, that peaked 1 day later, on the 19th. That's also true for the wallets that have 10 tokens. It's not true anymore for the wallets that have 100 tokens. So that seems to be the threshold. The more money there is in the token, the more a wallet holds, the faster it bought initially, which makes sense, right? If you're buying just at the beginning of launch, you get way more tokens and they then appreciate it and they're still in profit, even if you bought a few hours after launch for $13. Now we are above 21 again. Now let's get into the institutional category. Let's get into the category of the market makers and the insiders. So now we have on the left side the number of wallets that have 100,000 1,000 tokens. So that's now $2 million worth of the token. There's only 100 such wallets, and it seems like this is not changing in numbers. Now another 10x, so that's now 20 million worth of the token, that's actually going up. And I believe this is mainly the centralized exchanges and the market makers of this world. They purchased Trump as it fell further and further in the price, and now that the trading volume of small retail tends to decline, they can dictate more and more where the price is going. Now on the right, we've got mainly custody and vesting wallets, so that's now 10 million worth of the token. That's not really surprising that this is not really changing much. Now, initially, there was a ton of hype around the Trump token. Everybody and their grandmother bought into the Trump token. That lasted for the first 48 hours. Since then, trading volume is declining, but now something starts to turn around again. Have a look at this here. It's not a huge change, but something is happening. On the right side, we see the number of token transactions per day. And in the last 2 days, they suddenly woke up from nothing. On the left side, we see the number of recurring traders and first-time traders. Unfortunately, this is not yet going up that much. We tend to see less than 1,000 first-time traders per day. Yesterday, we saw 3,000. Today, we are going back down. It seems like most of the token transactions are not created by new traders. It seems like this is again the big players that do partially price manipulation, partially arbitrage trading. And so despite the trading volume in US dollars now coming up a little bit, it doesn't seem like the whales are doing all of that. So the whales are owning the supply, but it's the small automated arbitrage bot wallets that actually do the trading. So on the right side, we see the different wallet sizes and their share of the trading volume. And it seems like medium-sized retail, so the wallets between $10,000 and $100,000 worth of the token, they tended to take more and more of the trading volume. It's not anymore the whales that do a lot of the trading. The whales, however, do own the supply, right? Only 1% of the supply is held by the wallets that have less than $100,000 worth of the token. Pretty much all of the supply is in the mega hands, in the multimillionaires. And because of that, it's very hard to anticipate where the Trump price is going to go. It's not really that clear because we don't have any organic growth anymore. The Trump price is currently not going up because there's suddenly 100,000 new users that buy the token. The Trump token is going up because the market makers want it to go up. Now, since Bitcoin hit 100K, it has a pretty hard time climbing. We actually tended to see lower highs and lower lows in the last weeks. And at the same time, there isn't any more money flowing into crypto. This is the stablecoin market cap over the last weeks. And if this continues for too long, then things could potentially turn around again and we could start another bear market. Now, what happened over here was the Terra Luna collapse, right? This is when the Anchor protocol went bust, when the UST stablecoin imploded. It started a bear market that lasted for more than a year, during which also FTX collapsed. But then in October of 2023, we turned around. But now it seems like the market has a hard time expanding further. It's truly becoming player versus player again. Now, when there's altcoin season, we can buy pretty much any cryptocurrency and they all double and triple. But I'm not sure how close that is. Have a look at the others dominance. So this shows how much of all of crypto is in the altcoins that are not in the top 10. And yes, this tends to rise over time and the current risk to reward doesn't look too bad. But have a look at the inverse of that, the Bitcoin dominance. When the Bitcoin dominance is very high and it then subsequently crashes, that's when there's altcoin season, right? The altcoins become more important. Bitcoin becomes in turn less important. Now, there's been two major altcoin seasons in the past. One happened at the end of 2017. The other happened at the beginning of 2021. So it's marked here by those yellow circles. Here is the long-term Bitcoin price with those same yellow circles. So when did altcoin season happen in the past? It happened after we had already a massive bull run in Bitcoin. So Bitcoin made its multiple X returns from the last bear market. And when Bitcoin was very high and when people wondered what's the next Bitcoin, that's then when the altcoins went off. Now the question is the current bull market enough? Last time when we started altcoin season, we went up by almost 1,000%. This time we went up by only 500% roughly. We are a little bit in no man's land. It seems like we're in a similar situation to September of 2018. So that's here, this red circle, right? We are pretty much at the same level in Bitcoin dominance. We are not at those extreme heights where more than 70% of the crypto market is Bitcoin. We are still just at 58% dominance. And so really navigating a time like this is relatively hard. It's more important to really have an edge in the market, to know more than the average market participant, to buy the assets that other winners are buying as well. Just have a look at how confused the market currently is. The best category within crypto in the last 7 days was AI frameworks. But the worst performing category was AI memes. So we can't say that everything AI is going up. Returns are getting more and more concentrated in just a few winners. If you make a 10x, then 9 other people have to lose pretty much everything. It's zero sum right now. The market isn't expanding in the last weeks. And so here is how I navigate the situation. I'm tracking other influencers that tend to make very good trades. For example, here, Kyle Chessy. Kyle Chessy bought the GOAT token at 14 cents. So that was over here. Subsequently, the price went up by more than 800%. But it's important to also take profit because once attention moves to the next token and the price goes down, we are now only at 33 cents again. You want to be early. You don't want to buy into a token where attention tends to decline. Or here, another Kyle Chessy purchase, Fartcoin at 5 cents. Again, a very, very nice run, more than 3,000%. But now attention is declining again, right? It's player versus player. The assets aren't growing that quickly anymore. One more Kyle Chessy purchase at 0.3 cents. 13 comments. Now Griffane is at 44 cents. So a 14,000% gain. And so this is what the game is all about. It's about buying things when not a lot of people know about this. It's about buying things when the insiders start to get in, when the top traders start to get in. Now I've talked about Kyle Chessy now several times. Here is his YouTube channel. He's got 142,000 subscribers. And the reason why we know what he's buying is because we track his wallets. We've got 12 of his wallets where we get signals whenever he's buying or selling something. But we're not just tracking Kyle Chessy. We are also tracking Alex Becker. He's got 1.5 million subscribers. When he talks about a token, of course this generates attention and attention turns into purchases. We've got 12 of Alex Becker's wallets. Or here we've got Crypto Banter. They've got 1.1 million subscribers. And we've got 33 of their wallets. And so how can we be early? We can be early by buying the things when all the top people are getting in. And so of course now it's more important than ever to be part of this inner circle, right? To not just buy something random on a list, because I'm not sure how close altcoin season really is. Now of course not every trade that an influencer makes will make thousands of percent, because especially the larger tokens, they need a lot of capital to move the price, but the smaller tokens, they are more high risk but also more high reward. And so I really like this strategy. I like the strategy of trying to find other influencer wallets, because the influencers of course don't post this officially. We have to use on-chain analytics to find them. And so I've made several videos. First of all, how can we find those wallets, but then also how can we track the wallets? How can we get alerts whenever they buy or sell? And then how can we interpret the alerts that we get from the tracking? It's all part of the premium membership of this channel. Premium is not just about wallet tracking. It's also about on-chain analytics. It's also about risk management. There's more than 100 videos in total. So feel free to check it out. There's also a 1-week money back guarantee. So in case you don't like premium, just message me within the first week and I will refund you 100%. There's really zero risk for you. Now, does it make sense to buy the official Trump Memecoin token right now? Who is currently influencing the price? We already know that a lot of token ownership is held by the market makers, but where's currently the trading happening? The answer is in this table. The largest of the centralized exchanges, Binance, is also owning most of the spot trading volume, 25% to be exact. This was zero in the first 24 hours when the token launched. There are also perpetual futures on the price, so those are bets in what direction the price will go, and that again is dominated by Binance. So So Binance holds a lot of the supply, can impact the price movements, and at the same time they offer bets on the price, right? That's like if you were a sports betting house and you allow people to bet on the outcome, say, of a soccer match, but at the same time you also bought the referee. You've got significant impact on the outcome of the game. I believe that's what's going on here with the Trump token. Binance owns Trump tokens, but also offers bets on the price, and it's likely going to maximize liquidation fees. The more liquidations there are, the more money Binance makes. Small retail is definitely out of the action. This is how much of Trump got purchased through Moonshot, and this was very high at the beginning. Now there's still a little bit of activity, but just have a look at this, right? Per day, 50 to 100k US dollars. That's all there is. In the first hours, it was more than 10 million. And what is Moonshot? It's a platform to buy the Trump token just via credit card. So this is how your average Joe buys the token from the website. In theory, there is a lot of upside potential because Trump has now 4 billion in market cap, and the largest of the meme coins has 40 billion. So that would be a 10x to beat Dogecoin. But really, there isn't that much more to beat, right? There's only Pepe and Shiba Inu. And will official Trump really become now a competitor to Dogecoin? I would only see a scenario of that coming if Trump is now officially supporting and promoting the Trump token. So far, all we saw was an announcement on the Twitter channel, and probably a few people that work for Trump and that are involved in crypto, they launched a token. But Trump himself said that he doesn't know that much about his meme coin. So if there is no active promotion where Trump says, buy my meme coin, I don't really see the Trump token suddenly beating Dogecoin. But of course, there's always the chance of potential further marketing, right? Because there will be future unlocks. Every 3 months or so, there will be more tokens that get unlocked. And of course, the insiders, the team, want to have as high of a price as possible to sell off those tokens. So during those unlock periods, we're probably going to see some marketing. If then the price suddenly spikes up, that might be a potential opportunity to even short Trump, to bet on falling prices. Right now, I don't touch the token. Right now, I believe there's simply too much manipulation by the market makers and there's not too much organic demand. If it's your first time here, feel free to subscribe. I publish here regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. See you in the next video or see you in premium. Cheers.